What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian. I'm hanging out with Trent and Jeff from the band Poe The Passenger. Let's go.
Oh, no! Oh, boy! Ah, here it comes! The motherfucking Loud Spot!
Before we get the show started, I do want to remind everyone to please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am here with my co-host, Diego. I don't know where Kyler is, and Sam is on the road somewhere. Bad Wi-Fi. I want to thank Pantheon Podcast Network and probably some other things I'm supposed to say that I forgot about. And I always forget to tell the band, don't say anything till after the intro song.
We just figured we'd come in and we mess as many things up as possible. Poe The Passenger 2, Loud Spot 0. You guys got to fuck more shit up.
No, I get one. Diego, do a sound check real quick. And he froze. Check. Say check.
Check, 1, 2. Can you hear me?
All right, there you go. Yep, you're a little frozen. That's all right. It's better than not hearing you at all. At least we can hear you now.
Hey, I'm like Robert Trujillo. I inherited the $1 million book deal, whether I wanted it or not, from Metallica. Yeah.
You slapped that bass, baby.
That's it.
I'm like, who's Robert Trujillo?
Nice.
I can never say his last name.
Yep. I heard Trujillo. Is it Trujillo?
Is it Trujillo?
Actually, it's Robert Trujillo, and he's the guy that invented Trulies.
Yeah.
For the drink?
Yeah, because they slap harder than his bass.
It's Trujillo.
Hold on. Is that a true story? Is that a Trujillo story?
Poe The Passenger 3, the Loud Spot 1. Misinformation, motherfuckers.
Okay.
Look what you've done to us.
That's how rumors are started.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. All right. 3-1. Game on, motherfuckers. Game on. Okay.
Game, son.
Let's go.
You guys had your new song that actually, first I got to apologize. You guys are supposed to be on a couple months ago. And I was sick with the flu or cold or whatever it was I had. So that's why, if you guys even remember, we wound up having to cancel that. But you guys are here now. You have a new song called Hologram that came out, I guess, in February when we were first going to get you guys on. That song is different to me than the Cold California, which is on my playlist with all my heavy metal songs. All of a sudden, it's like goes to Slipknot. Then all of a sudden, it's like, how's it go?
Yeah, you got it.
Killing it.
New California
could be so cold. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Dude, I'm telling you, Diego, that song, I'm not like a pop rock guy. That song hits though, man. That song really hits hard. It doesn't hit hard, it hits soft, but it's good. It's a good song.
No, I'm with you.
It's a real soft, thick.
Yeah, it's like a
song.
3/4 chub, not like full rock hard, you know?
Right.
You don't want to be that aggressive.
Yeah.
Like it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Not quite 6 a.m. Not quite 9 p.m. That's it.
But Hologram's more your style, right? It's a little bit more up your alley, slightly.
It is. And I was reading what I was told to say, and influences were like Linkin Park. And I was like, no, it's not. It's like more Taylor Swift. But then Loud Spot 2. but then when I heard this new song Hologram, I was like, okay, I can kind of see that. So is the band, because I don't listen to I only stream and have songs that I like of either bands that have been on the show or bands. So I never get like albums, right? It's not really my thing. So is Poe The Passenger normally a softer band, or are you guys kind of harder, or just getting harder?
Oh, we're getting harder, baby.
We're taking all kinds of extracurricular activities to the next level, and we're getting harder for sure.
Yeah, I think we're coming out with this
like
single
6 a.m. hard. You guys getting 6 a.m. hard.
That's it.
We're coming out with another single in a couple weeks called "Be Somebody," and that's more of the old guard of Poe The Passenger. But I want to say the new batch of songs that we're writing for album 2 are definitely way harder. We're pulling from some of our heavier influences. Jeff's pushing his voice a little bit more, and I think you're going to see more songs on brand with Hologram.
For sure.
So when you say, and Diego, oh, there he is. When you say pushing harder with your vocals, is that like kind of a rougher voice, or what are you trying to do that's harder?
I've thankfully grown a lot as a singer and a songwriter, and this band is great because we're always trying to push each other. I had to try really hard just to sound all right in our songs, and now on the new record, I'm definitely feeling more comfortable, and we're trying to write in keys that are maybe not keys that we wrote in on the last record. You know, when you're a musician, it's really important to challenge yourself that way vertically. And also, yeah, just the lyrical content and just the performance content. We're going for a little bit more of a raw feeling. Doing a lot of takes here at our apartment, our home studio, and just trying to get as raw and as emotional and as, you know, gut wrenching as possible. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a heavier kind of a raw, edgy vocal pass on these new tracks. For sure.
Any bleh
No,
in the near future?
I was about to say, don't get it twisted. There's no pig squeals or anything like that. So no breeze, but
no, definitely not. Just just pushing it a little bit, you know, and trying to explore different things. You know, when we were in the studio recording "Be Somebody," it was with this killer producer named James Kaufman, or Jim Kaufman as he goes by. He's from Sedona, Arizona, and he grew up with Chester Bennington. They were like childhood friends, and they grew up, you know, pen pals over the years, whatever, that kind of thing. And when we were in the studio, it was this kind of serene thing, you know, especially Linkin Park is a huge influence on us. And I'm in the vocal booth, and Jim's amazing. He's got all this like 9 Inch Nails equipment when he was working with that band. And then like he's like got me in the monitor and in my headphones. He's like, "Jeff, make Chester proud." And I'm like fucking like tears streaming down my face because I'm like, this feels so good. And he's like trying to push me. He's like, "Do it harder, do it harder."
No, it was kind of interesting.
It was cool.
He's like, "Jeff, today's Chester's birthday, so you better do him proud."
I was like,
and we're like,
Dude, that's
damn.
Pressure is on. Why do you doubt yourself, Jeff, as a singer? You did last time you were on the show, you kind of did the same thing where I don't know if you're just being modest or you really feel like you're not the best. Like, because I think you got, well, I can't sing anyways, but you got a great voice, dude. Like, is there a reason why you doubt yourself, or are you just saying that just to be like, I suck, but you know inside you're actually really good?
I guess it's a double-edged sword, and we don't like to take ourselves too seriously. And I think that, you know, I did struggle with that for a while. I'm trying to knock the piss out of myself. You know, I did struggle with that where I was like, you know, I'm not good enough because I wasn't born with like a natural talent or something like that. But I realized in this band and just doing the grunt work and actually learning your instrument, you can become good and you don't have to be born with it. And I'm thankful that is something that I've been working on. That's something I'm striving for. And we just like to challenge each other. You know, I'm my own worst enemy for sure. Right. And I'm like, you know, I'm not my number one fan. I'm like the fucking hater, you know.
I feel like his pickup line when he goes to, I don't know if you're married or single or have a girlfriend.
I got a girlfriend.
Okay. Was your pickup line? I got a really small penis and it's like fucking 12 inches long. By the way, I'm also a shitty singer in a shitty band.
Under promise, over deliver, my friend.
That's right. That's me.
Yes. That's the name of this band. I think it's a lot of that. I think we are blessed to have Hologram be so quote unquote successful, and that being our kind of departure song. So everyone is kind of giving us the green light to go ahead and write more songs like that. So that really makes it easy for us. We have this direct feedback being like, hey, this is working out great. Whereas if you did a whole entire album and it's been 2 years since you released a song, you're just hoping that your fans are going to come along for the ride.
Yeah. And something I've talked about in interviews as well is that you got to be super diverse in 2023. You know, I think we really love our debut record because it has a playlist feel. It has a mixtape feel. It's us playing the same instruments, same voice, same band, but we intentionally recorded the songs in different places. We intentionally recorded the songs with different emotions and different genres because the attention span is so short of your listener. I feel an album that's more like a playlist is more intriguing to a new band. We're not Bring Me the Horizon. We're not any of the bands that you listed. Nobody knows. Most people don't know what we sound like. So let's give them a hell of a good record with a bunch of bangers, anthems, or bops on it, mixed together in a way that we think tells a great story. And that's what's exciting for us. I definitely don't feel pigeonholed into the alt rock, pop rock genre. And I'm very excited to write outside of those lines. And I think, like Trent said, the fans, the community, the Poe fam, as we call them, are all giving us the green light. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
It sounds good. Did the full album drop finally?
Yeah, we've released a 10-track album, and then since we released a deluxe edition that has 2 extra songs on it.
Okay.
You guys definitely got to check those out. I think they really complete the vision for the first record.
And you've had, is it over 3 million streams now on, is that just on Spotify?
Just on Spotify, the album is like right about to tip over the 3 million streams range, which is
Damn.
amazing. It's, with all of the other platforms, we might be closer to 4 million, who knows? But Spotify is like our home base. And yeah, it's just been fantastic. And now we've got holograms starting to make waves for album 2. And we're really thankful.
I want to talk about AI, and I want to play your song, but I also want to ask you, do you think that Spotify has more listeners than Apple Music or some of the other platforms? And if Poe the Passenger is bigger on Spotify, is it because you push Spotify? Or is it just naturally just Spotify's kind of your thing?
Yeah, a bit of both, actually.
Yeah.
This is a bit of anecdotal evidence, but I'm part of this big group chat and there's 20 people in there, and someone was like, hey, for a group project, I'm trying to figure out how many people are on Spotify and how many people use Apple Music. And it was like unanimously almost everybody uses Spotify. I think it was like out of 15 people, one person was using Apple Music. So
fuck Spotify. I don't use Spotify. Piece of shit. I don't.
Why don't you like it?
You know what? It's not that I don't like it. It's that I went from Apple to Android. And you can get the Apple Music app, and I already have like a family plan. And so I'm just used to Apple. I don't, I think our listeners, even for the podcast, we get more Spotify listens than Apple listens, but which is like, we get 1 on Spotify and 0 on Apple. So
yeah.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick sponsored break. We're going to play your song.
Sure.
And then we're going to talk about some AI that I think you guys might have some insight on. So we'll be right back.
They say that heroes get remembered by the youth. The legends never die. 27, you're used up. I tried to resemble the truth, but it's fading. I've got pictures in the top shelf of my room, but so far out of reach. I wish I'd reshoot them. Polaroid in my pocket, burn it through, but it's fading. They'll say that I'm not enough for a race, that I'm running backwards. Save me from the rush. I don't really know who to trust now. I've never been a person with the upper hand. I'm always building castles in an hourglass. This is so sinking and bursting understands that the memories are made of sand. You see through who I am, all ground. Feeling living inside of you that comes out to play. Every time that you're cooped up, they try to rewrite the rules that they're breaking. So say that I'm not enough for race, that I'm running backwards. Save me from the rush. I don't really know who to trust now. I've never been a person with the upper hand. I'm always building castles in an hourglass. Every kiss is so sinking and bursting understands that the memories are made of sand. You see through who I am, all ground. You see through who I am, all ground.
I gotta say, guys, you might be the first band that's been on here that has gone from like a softer rock poppy sound to like a hard sound. I'm gonna give you guys 4 points now. You guys get
4
4
points.
points. Just,
4 points.
just for that.
Let's go.
Dude, that was good. That was fucking good. No, I'm not even like for real. That song is so different than How Could California Not Be So Cold, whatever the fuck the words are to that song.
You
We don't
really
need to talk about that song.
Because I like that. I like that song, but it's so different. I want people to understand the diversity that Poe the Passenger has, because it's good. I see why you guys are getting 3 million, right there next to 3 million was all-time streams. Right? That's not monthly, so it's like all-time streams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
which
that's
is still awesome though. If you think about 3 million all time, like there's some bands out there that don't even have 1 million yet. So I mean, awesome song, awesome video. What
Thank
you. Get into more of the whole AI. Now I think Sebastian will have to help me through the rest of this, but there's something to do with the algorithms or was it TikTok thought it was made with their AI program? Explain this a little bit more through how this thing just caught fire.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wanted to pitch in on talking about numbers because, I mean, we're not big proponents of the numbers, but it is amazing to recognize we couldn't even break 100,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Within the last 3 months, we are currently sitting at 215,000 monthly listeners because of the virality of this song and how well the first album is doing. And Trent, told me the other day, I was like, man, we're going to keep pushing the goalpost, but he like kind of brought me back down to earth. And he's like, dude, that is a huge accomplishment. Like we thought we'd never pass 100,000. Now we're on our way to 300,000. It's absolutely nuts. What were you going to say, brother?
You remind not sound like, okay, I'm not going to say sound like, cause that's not right. That's not the right word to use, but I get some Maroon 5 vibes in that because Maroon 5 kind of does go hard on, like not hard, like that was probably a little harder than Maroon 5 songs, but I get like that poppy Maroon 5 with a really good beat. I mean, and I like Maroon 5. That's a compliment. Okay.
I'll take it.
But I'm not trying to compare you guys to Maroon 5, but I would say that and Maroon 5 fucking blew up, man. Look, I mean, well, also this lead singer's sexy as fuck, right? So I mean, I'm sorry, Jeb, but that motherfucker.
He's a good looking guy.
He's a good cat.
Okay. Yeah.
He's better looking than I am for sure. Anyways,
yeah.
But Maroon 5, you guys kind of have that vibe, a really good vibe. Loud Spot 3, Poe the Passenger 4. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, it's my fucking show. I keep the points here. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
No
Before the end of the show, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. No, I need to lose for the guest. It's polite if the guests win. Okay. I get that.
Yeah. That's what we do.
AI. What Diego just brought up and the questions, it's kind of confusing because we were told that you guys are joking about it being AI, the video AI or the song something AI, but then something is AI. So what is all that? What does AI do for you guys?
Well, obviously it's a hot topic right now, and no, AI did not play a part in the writing process of Hologram, but because of the digital hard-hitting sound and the kind of imposter syndrome kind of lyrics that almost sound like an AI wrote the song, it kind of just fell into our laps as this genius marketing tactic to say that AI wrote it because one, AI was popular. We were planning on, I don't know if we were planning on releasing this song on our new record, but I just kind of like leaked it. And I think because it was like leaked and because AI was hot and I was just kind of making fun of AI and how it's affecting the music industry, I think coupled with all of those things and just general fuckery and confusion, like causing people confusion and general disruption, I think it just made it so that people were sharing it nonstop. People were commenting. People were furious. People wanted us to like release the song or they were going to hold our family hostage. Like it was just like this whole event. It was like a crazy event. And what I always forget to think about is that the original video has 4 million views. And like, that's crazy. Like it's absolutely bananas. So like for a month and a half, it was being shared like crazy. Like, I don't know what, like 20,000 shares. It's got like 10,000 comments. I have no idea. It's just a ridiculous amount of stuff that we can't even fathom, but it was an event.
Yeah. And I think the funniest part about that is the song that was playing in that viral video was just the demo. It was the unmixed, unmastered demo version that we wrote here at the apartment. And it seemed to blow up. And it was just funny because then we're trying to race to release this song. And as you know, if you guys have ever played in bands, which I'm sure you have, going through the mixing and mastering process isn't a one-day type of process. It takes a while. And then submitting the song. So people were like legit like pissed, like release this song now. And we're like, trust us, we're trying to get it out.
Like it's never coming out. It's never coming out.
Now, any band I've ever been in has always been a one-day mixing process because we just release shit. We just release stuff that's not good. Yeah. But if you're in a good band, yes, you guys would be correct. It takes a while.
I've actually never been in a band. I've always just been on this side as a radio DJ. There was only the closest I ever came to being in a band, Sebastian. You don't know this about me. Went to science camp when I was in the 11th grade. They signed me up to be a major for skin flute for the summer camp. I left.
Wow. I
That's
hear
close
that
I
you
ever
were the
got to
best
being in a
class.
band. I had to skip that class, boys. 4.0 down the tubes, kiss Stanford goodbye. All because of
Wow,
that.
man. You missed a great opportunity.
Wow.
Diego, to answer your question real quick, I feel like we floated around it a bit.
Yeah.
No AI wrote the song. We use a lot of AI, though, in the music video, creating some of those images, as you could see. Jeff, you probably know a little bit more about the process of that, though.
Yeah, we did. We felt bad about lying to everybody, so we did implement some AI into the music video. That music video was shot on this wall behind me, this white wall. We didn't even own a green screen. We shot the entire music video in our apartment. And I used a couple of programs to create AI generated artwork based from the images that we shot here. And then I also created environments in this 3D animated program called Blender, which looks like if I busted this laptop open and looked at all of the gears and gizmos, that's what this program looked like. It was so scary, but somehow I made it work. You just like start plugging things in and I'm like, yeah, that looks pretty cool. And then the AI generated artwork. So it takes like Trent's face and you run it through this program called Disco Diffusion, and it spits out like 500 images because you have to put them in a timeline, like stop motion almost. And it just made some crazy stuff where he like turns out looking like a cyborg on fire. It was just like awesome. That's cool. So yeah, we implemented, some of those types of things from the AI world into the music video.
Do you think that some of the hate you guys got on maybe TikTok or whatever led to people wanting to listen to the song on Spotify?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah,
man.
The song gets like 20,000 streams a day. So there's still something going on about the song and people are still sharing it. And whether they're angry or they're happy about it, it doesn't matter because it's just making us more influential and more popular in the space.
And I think that was part of the virality. Sorry if I could just
You're good. Yeah, go ahead.
I think that was part of the virality of the video is people debating in the comments if AI wrote the song or not. And so TikTok saw all that interaction and started boosting it to more and more people because people were arguing if we wrote it or not. And so it kind of worked in our favor.
I'm going to go and say that Diego and I are not even really here. We are robots that AI created to do this interview. And maybe we'll blow up, man. I don't know. Maybe that's what we need. Do reply to the comments. Like at first we reply, and then it just kind of like, never mind. Fuck it. It's too many comments. Was that something you did, or were you just like, you know what? We're just going to let it ride, let people defend you guys and talk shit?
Yeah, we let it ride for a while, but there's 7,000 comments on there. So after the song actually came out, we started trying to go down and comment, telling people that the song's out, because I actually think a lot of those people that commented or interact or liked that video with 4 million views maybe still don't know the song's out, because that's just how the generation is. It's like everything needs to be quick and now, and maybe you were interested 4 weeks ago, but you completely forgot. And then, how are you supposed to reach those 4 million people again? I don't know.
Yeah, like hundreds, if not thousands of people would be like, tag me when this is out. And I'm like, dude, how am I supposed to go through and find each one of you and tag you?
I know, because you want to, but it's like you can't.
Yeah, no, I mean, when it's that many, I mean, and we've gone through, and I think we've replied to at least 75% of the messages. We're really good about responding to comments in general, because that's the best way to build a community. And we have like genuinely nice people that listen to our music. And when we talk about the haters, like there's probably less than like 10% in regards to Hologram that were haters. There were some people that were like trash or like, I'm gonna hold your family hostage or kill your dog or whatever. I'm like, whoa, dude, chill. Like mostly it's pretty good.
I hope, I just hope that I hope Bud Light cancellation is still not a thing, because that's what I'm drinking. People like some bands are gonna be like, dude, you can't drink that while you're interviewing me, bro. No one said that yet, but I mean that's the only good chilada I like. I like chiladas. They only got the good chilada. Plus, I think the whole thing's stupid anyways. Anyways, let's talk about we got another thing we got to get going to here in just a few minutes, but I do want to ask you about tours, if any tours are coming up, merchandise, and I really do got to say before you even answer that, I genuinely like your guys' songs. I'm more into harder rock, but you guys are great. You guys are great to interview, great on the show. I love having you guys gone. Come back anytime, please, should you want to. Let's talk about your merch and any tours coming up.
Well, yeah, we're probably never coming back, but thanks for having us anyway. No, you guys are great.
The Bud Light threw you guys off? No,
No, Diego saved it. Yeah, no,
right.
we're big proponents. We do a lot on our own. And we run a merch store on our website. We've got awesome, really cool stuff. Some actual AI generated artwork on some of like the hoodies and some of the designs, which I think is super cool. That's the best way to support us at poethepassenger.com. I personally like wearing our stuff. I try to design it in a way that I would actually wear it. So we're not just selling shit. But the merch is really cool. And there's some really amazing designs on there. If you have anything that you would like us to add, I'm speaking to the general public here. Feel free to send us a message on TikTok or Instagram. But that's a great way to support us. As for releases, we've got a new song called Be Somebody, which we just teased on our TikTok. So if you're hearing this for the first time, go check out our TikTok for Be Somebody. That comes out May 19th. It's going to be the second single off our second record, our sophomore record. How crazy is that? And as far as tours go, we can't announce anything yet, but something is in the works. And just be looking for us anywhere on the road here in the United States or Australia.
You guys come to Oklahoma, let me know. And for design on your shirt, I would like both the Loud Spot and the Asylum Radio Network logos on your new merch that you guys are coming out with. You know what? I want to thank, before I let you guys, I'm gonna give you guys the scores here, but first I'm going to do is I'm going to thank Pantheon Podcast Network. I want to thank Diego for joining me with the Asylum Radio Network on this interview. I want to thank you guys, Poe the Passenger. Sam is not here. Kyler's not here. I have probably some other people I'm supposed to thank. I don't fucking know if anyone's even listening to this episode anymore. Final score before I get out of here.
Drum roll, please.
25 Poe the Passenger. The Loud Spot stays at 4 points. Peace out. Hey, guys, stay right there. Okay, stay right there after the outro song. Peace out, rock on, and much love.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have its back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. A pimp host has to pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.